And we are learning about years of complaints against the breeder at the center of the Nye County animal abuse case. More than 300 dogs are being recovered between Pahrump and Amargosa Valley. Investigators found the dogs were starved and living in deplorable conditions. And in our continuing coverage tonight, Fox 5's Drew Andre combed through hundreds of documents, and they paint the trail of the lengthy back and forth between the breeder and Nye County.
Well, John, in 2010, Vasily Platonov received a permit to have 30 dogs to train and sell on his property in Pahrump. In a planning commission meeting in 2016, he said there were 120 dogs on the property. And as we know, that number has just continued to grow. But although it was discussed a lot in county meetings, nothing definitive was ever done to get the dogs off the properties until now.
The property on Camellia Street in Pahrump, full of cages set up for the dogs, now sits empty. But since at least 2015, county records show neighbors have been ringing the bell about noise and too many dogs on the limited area of land.
No one's doing anything. This is years and years of this. This man is just thumbing his nose at everybody. But the law. Something needs to be done now.
Records show the battles began in 2015 when Platonov filed an application to increase his number of Russian Caucasian Shepherds on the property from 30 to 130. Leading up to the Planning Commission meeting in 2015, a number of neighbors sent letters urging against allowing more dogs and said Platonov already had more than the 30 allowed. So the county denied the application based upon the failure to comply with the following original conditions of approval. In 2016, county commissioners then gave him 6 months to get the number of dogs back down to 30. Platonov went on to appeal the ruling and later filed a lawsuit. In 2018, county commissioners voted to take legal action since the breeder was not complying.
I'm not going to go through the litany. I just know that my neighbors over there are besides themselves. So I'll make a motion to please move this forward so we can get those dogs moved.
Eventually, Platonov purchased more land in Amargosa Valley, where the sheriff's office said they recovered more than 250 dogs last week. The attorney representing Platonov says his client has been trying to work with the county to find a solution.
They were supposed to be helping this situation, and if it was as dire as they say it is, then someone from the county has a lot of explaining to do.
We asked the district attorney's office why no charges were filed sooner. They said the sheriff's office didn't say there were issues at the property. Sheriff's Captain David Barukowitz told us code compliance cases were filed previously, but only more recently were there complaints of animal abuse.
And Barukowitz said this spring the department sent a request for a criminal case to the DA, but no action was taken until this month. He also told me he believes that the sheriff's office should have been out to the property earlier. John?
Thank you. And earlier this evening, the deputies told Fox 5 their goal was to remove all of the dogs left on those Nye County properties by tonight. They had around 40 dogs to transport as of 4 o'clock this afternoon. 257 total must be moved to the Nye County Animal Shelter. And moving the dogs has been a days-long, round-the-clock process, with animal control officers having stayed on site 24/7 to look after them. And this is the shelter where they're being brought. Inmates from the Nye County Detention Center spent the day there, hauling in donated dog food and building kennels. The kennels are a major priority. The Caucasian Shepherds seized by police are so large, they weigh up to 170 pounds, they don't fit into the existing facilities. Next, the shelter says they will evaluate the dog's health.
We've already done minor medical evaluations on them, but next step is going to be being more hands-on, making sure we can get full physical exams, vaccinating, deworming if possible, and treating anybody that has any wounds.
Nye County set up a GoFundMe to help with expenses, all to help the dogs. More than $5,000 was donated just today. You can find more information on the homepage of fox5vegas.com, and they are also accepting new unopened food donations at the shelter Monday through Friday.